Dick.
I think Rye's waiting to give it. Should be it. If you want to go.
Give it another minute just to make sure. Good evening. Thank you for joining us and welcome back inside the ballpark here at Curry Field, a Sunday evening matchup where we will pick things up in the bottom of the second inning of a 4-1 ball game between the Regina Red Sox and Swift Current 57s. After a game was delayed by rain back on July 10th. So, Elliot, how did we get here?
Well, a Sunday evening here in July 27th, but we're going to pretend it's a rainy evening on the Thursday of July 10th. The score currently, as you can see on your screen, is 4-1 in favor of the Regina Red Sox after a 1-run bottom of the first, 1-run top of the second, and a 3-run bottom of the second. We are actively in. The count is currently 0-2. There's a runner on third and a runner on first. Both of the original players have been substituted, as has the batter. We'll explain all that a little bit more as we get closer to first pitch, but just know 3 runs have come across. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Both teams have, let's say, had a bit of a hassle trying to reorganize their lineups based on players who have left, players who are suspended in some instances, players who they just straight up want changed. And we'll get that lineup to you once again in a moment, as the umpires will get them for the first time as well here as they meet on the home plate.
As you mentioned, we're kind of like getting in the time machine, trying to get ourselves back into that mindset from almost 3 weeks ago this game happened. So let's kind of run you through a quick recap. Top of the first inning, Swift went down, no runs, 2 hits. They left 2 runners on with no errors, while for Regina, they scored a run on 3 hits. Swift did commit an error in that half of the inning, and then Regina left a runner on base. And then top of the third, Swift was able to get the tying run across on 2 hits. They again left 2 runners on base, and now Regina's up to bat in the bottom of the second inning. Guess what? Matthew Fox just hit a 3-run home run, and there's 2 runners on the corners in an 0-2 count after 2 foul balls. Oh, but now the batter and the 2 runners are all different. So here first is the defensive alignment for Swift Current. There have been some changes if you are following along at home. Jalen Gutierrez, who was the pitcher back on July 10th, is back on the mound. He's thrown 41 pitches in this ballgame already, 0 today. Behind the plate now is Casey Prychek, a substitution from the previous game, where Luis Ayala was behind the plate but has since got hurt over the last few weeks for Swift Current. Over at first base is now Rydell Adair, substituting for Gus Kane. Second base is Enrique Reyes. That's the original second baseman. Yuji Imai now is the third baseman, substituting for Wilmer Henriquez. And then a shortstop, once again is Trig Mapes for Swift Current. And then in the outfield, unchanged from July 10th, Silas Hilton, Jose Ayala, and Braxton Vale. And then on the base pads, Raphael Jackson was on third, and Jacob Steele was on first. Now, Raphael Jackson, from what I understand, has also been injured, and so he's been substituted out for Zaid Brannigan, who will now bat second and start this ball game as a pinch runner on third base. And then Jacob Steele, who was on first, has since left the Red Sox, and so Sam Baker will take his spot at second base in the field and first base in this plate appearance. And then the batter was Jalen Seward. He has also since left. He had 2 foul balls, and Rhett Hodgins will take his place. And from what I'm understanding is Rhett Hodgins will go behind the plate, and they'll move Brady Bye, who was at catcher, to first base. So we'll run you through the Red Sox fielding setup when the Red Sox take the field. But what's really interesting to me is we have to restart a game. We have to go through all these changes. There's new players, there's old players, there's players who aren't in the lineup, there's players who have been suspended, but yet we're still in a 4-1 ball game.
If that's the biggest advantage here, I think we can make, I'm sure we'll talk about it as the broadcast continues, but what's changed in those 17 days from July 10th to July 27th? Obviously, Swift Current and Regina, they both know their playoff fates. Swift Current has been eliminated a few nights ago. Regina, they confirmed their spot last night, as now the players are starting to make their way onto the field to confirm their bases and confirm where they are in their batting lineup. But I think the momentum, both on the scoreboard, is there, but in the ballpark, there's really nothing going on in this game specifically. Sure, the teams are going 2 different directions. Sure, the score is completely different, but if I'm the Swift Current coaching staff, I'm telling them that this is just a blank game. Don't really focus on the scoreboard. Pretty much just treat it like a 7-inning game, because we are 1 pitch away from getting ready for the 3rd inning. So just treat it like it's a brand new ball game. Try to just chip away at a lead that you're going to pretend isn't there and just kind of drive forward. That's Swift Current's messaging. If you're Regina, huge opportunity here as we go 0-2 with 2 on. Trying to just add this lead and then not even really have to worry about things like substitutions, things like the changes, or any of this hoopla that's kind of going on.
Yeah, so we're obviously wanting the first pitch of the restart to begin about 2 minutes ago, and of course you can understand with all the changes and making sure all the lineups are correct, there may be a slight delay. But man, over the last 17 days, Regina has played 15 times. They are 6-9 over that frame, and that includes an 8-game losing streak, one that they ended last night against Weyburn, and then today they have now made that a 2-game win streak. As for Swift Current, they're 3-10 over the last 3 weeks since the start of this game, and that includes 3-7 in their last 10, and 4 straight losses coming in to finish this one off. We have a Regina team that is about, they have probably the 3rd or 4th best offense in the entire WCBL, 3rd or 4th best pitching, but Swift Current near the bottom of the league in almost every statistic at this point of the season.
Something that they wanted to change coming into this year. They had very high hopes. They were pretty optimistic, getting a lot of returning guys, getting a lot of senior guys. They were hoping to break out. Fortunately, that just didn't happen for them. They've had some issues behind the scenes. They've had some issues in their coaching staff and their front office. And now they find themselves once again in a last place finish in the East.
So again, just waiting for the lineups to be confirmed. We'll have the first pitch right when we come back after this short break. Thank you so much for joining us on Flow Sports. We'll get things rolling in just a moment.
Some of their players,
I think for sure one, and then their coach. And then their catcher, who they had to take out of this ball game, got hit in the face, and so he's done.
There's a lot that happened, specifically in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, it was Thursday night.
At the time of the game being delayed, the Red Sox
baseball. Right here. But I don't remember where it is. That's what you gave me earlier. Players are back on the field here at Curry Field. Jalen Gutierrez taking the mound, as I mentioned. 41 pitches already thrown in this ball game, but he hasn't thrown one in this game for nearly 3 weeks. What's the word on the righty out of the Bronx, New York?
Well, coming into this game on its scheduled date of July 10th, he was actually coming off the 2 losses. One against Energy City and one against Okotoks, where he lost 4-2 and 5-2. But since that rain delay on July 10th, he's actually won his last 2 starts, one including a 2-1 win against Weyburn on the 16th of July and a big 12-6 win against the Manasnap Mavericks. In that game, he only allowed 3 on 6, allowing 3 walks and striking out 2. So he's on a little bit of momentum. He hasn't pitched in a week, so he's gotten a good amount of rest, and he's won his last couple of games, meaning that the Red Sox are facing off against a completely different pitcher than the one they just put 3 runs up against in the last couple of bats.
And so the leadoff, do you call it a leadoff batter in this situation? Rhett Hodgins will be coming to the plate here. Again, Jalen Seward was at the plate. The at-bat went like this. 2 strikes and then 2 foul balls. He was in a really good battle, if I remember, through the rain. And more than 2 weeks later, this game is back on. We'll see how it goes. Rhett Hodgins facing off against Jalen Gutierrez. Prychek gives the sign. Gutierrez sets. And the delivery. Pitch outside. Ball 1 moves the count to 1-2. Baseball.
Don't check your phones. It might say it's July 27th. That is a lie. For the next few hours, there's going to be July 10th as long as you are watching the WCBL on FloCollege.
Brannigan off of third. Baker off of first. Both pinch runners, or at least considered that for the purposes of this ball game. As Hodgin works a pretty good at-bat here. 2-2 evens the count. Pitch from Gutierrez. Fouled back as Hodgin stays alive.
And another interesting aspect to consider is the Red Sox just played a couple hours ago. They just finished their game against the Weyburn Beavers around 4 p.m. here local time as we get ready for a 7 p.m. first pitch. So you wonder if the conditioning of these players is going to feel a little bit different coming into this one.
2-2 pitch again from Gutierrez. Here it is. Put in play into left field. Silas Hilton going back on it. He makes the grab. And an at-bat which took 17 days to finish takes just 4 pitches to complete. We'll take a break here. Swift in the top of the 3rd inning will bat when we come back. Grinded it out. Just really grinded through that at bat.
They got their money's worth. And we're going to get another 10-minute delay because they're going to have to sort out the defense. Okay, yeah, Bai is at first.
Yep. Spry, right?
Chris Bry, number 35, left-hander.
Back inside Curry Field, top of the third inning upcoming between the Swift Current 57s and Regina Red Sox. New arm on the mound in this game, getting the start for the last 7 innings of this one is Chris Spry.
Fielder plays James Adcox, who played the first couple innings and is unavailable for this evening's game. Chris Spry with a 1-0 record and a 5.85 ERA. He's made 4 starts on the year and 1 relief appearance. That was back near the start of the year. He has 1 shutout. He has pitched over 20 innings and striking out 25, walking 20, and allowing 20 base hits. His 1 win of the year came in a 9-0 win against Swift Current on the 2nd of July. He went 7 innings, allowing 4 hits, no runs, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. His last appearance was on the 21st of July in a 11-10 loss against Moose Jaw. He allowed 4 earned runs across 4 innings on 5 hits, 6 walks, and striking out 4.
Here is the defensive alignment for the Red Sox after the changes. So Chris Spry and now Rhett Hodgins is behind the plate for Regina. Brady Bai started this ball game as the catcher, but he's now moved to first base. Sam Baker's over at second, with Jalen Myers at third, Matthew Fox at short, Jordan Tucker, Ian Motts, and Zaid Brannigan, the outfield. Brannigan coming in for Raphael Jackson. Yuji Imai will start things off here in the top of the third inning. It's going to slip me up a few times. He is third in the lineup. Takes the ball there. Jose Ayala bats fourth, with Casey Prychek, who becomes the catcher, will bat fifth. And then right now it's Jalen Gutierrez, but the 6th spot in the Swift lineup becomes the pitcher spot. Whether or not they keep Gutierrez in to hold that position is still yet to be seen. Enrique Reyes, Trig Mapes, and Braxton Vale, the last 3 batters. Silas Hilton is in the 1 hole as Spry hits Imai, and he'll take a base. And then Rydell Adair in for Gus Kane will bat in the 2 hole. So in comes Jose Ayala. He's 0 for 1 with the fielder's choice back in the first inning of this ball game. Swinging at the first pitch. It's high into right center field. Calling off everybody is Motts. He'll make the grab. Out number 1 here in the top of the third.
And I also got to give big credit to our play-by-play man, Donovan Mace. He kept all the statistics, the count, the outs, who was up, who was in the lineup. He kept that intact all the way from July 10th. Members of the Swift Current coaching staff and the umpires had to come up and make sure that their lineup cards were correct. Some of them didn't even have lineup cards. They had to straight up copy Donovan. So, Donovan, thank you so much for allowing this game to continue. It would not have happened without you.
Well, I got to think more or less just keeping a scorecard and then also doing it electronically helps as well. I'm sure we would have got the game started nonetheless. Harry Knight on the official scoring would have got her done. I just was here a little earlier and was able to figure it all out. Case Prychek dribbles this one towards the second baseman. Baker goes to second. Gets Imai out at second, and Prychek will reach on the fielder's choice.
Well, I like the decision from Baker trying to turn 2 pretty quickly. It was kind of a slower dribbler up to Baker. He couldn't move up to get it because he knew he'd mess up the bounce pattern. So he'll take the 1 out and sacrifice the lead runner.
So Gutierrez will be hitting in this one. Takes a first pitch strike. I don't think Gutierrez has any plate appearance so far this season, which I'm looking at the stats now. He does not. This one hit up the middle to Matthew Fox, fielded, and they'll go the short way to second. As Gutierrez on the fielder's choice ends the inning. He'll be back on the mound in the bottom of the fourth. Score remains 4-1 Red Sox. We'll be right back on Flow Sports. Pretty good swing.
Feel free to do a little bit longer, but Spirit of
Back inside Curry Field on a Sunday evening, and we've kind of been talking about it at length if you've been watching our Red Sox broadcast over this weekend, but the Red Sox playing 8 games over the last 5 days. This is the 8th, and they're 6th in 3 days after 3 straight days with double headers. It all began Friday night in Medicine Hat, and yesterday against Weyburn. Weyburn was here earlier today, and now Swift here to complete this ball game. What have you seen, or what is the biggest concern for you, Elliot, in this ball game when it comes to that much workload on these ball players?
I think the focus is kind of going to be on the mentality, but also just like the routine a lot of these players. For the first couple of games, about the first 6-7 games, a lot of them were double headers and they were just strict 7-inning games. Here we get today, it's already a 4-1 ball game, and the mental is going to be a little bit weird. Your body's going to feel a bit weird because you just played a couple hours ago. The lineup's going to be completely different. You know, Ian Mons is now leading off when he was playing a little bit lower in the lineup. You know, a lot of these guys are playing in different spots, but they're not actually playing different spots. It's a little bit weird, so I think the proper conditioning, I know these guys got a pretty decent rest after the earlier game, so coming in today, some of these guys are feeling a little bit more refreshed, and they're going to need it today if they want to continue some momentum heading into the final week of the season.
Brady Bai steps in. He's the third baseman now. Started as the catcher in this ball game. Back in the first inning, he flew out with a hard fly ball to the right fielder.
First baseman.
What did I say?
You said third baseman.
Oh, yes. I
Third
apologize
inning.
for
You're
that.
good. You're allowed to make a couple mistakes today.
As this one's hit high and hard into right field, going back on it is Vale. He makes the grab in almost the exact same place he made the grab 17 days ago to get by for out number 1 here.
Well, Bai got a decent part of it. I think he might have just gotten a little bit on top of it. Didn't get as under it as he would have liked to. Ends up being a pretty good pop out, a good run in from Vale to make the grab. 1 out.
That brings Jalen Myers to the plate. Walked back in the second inning. Here is the rest of the lineup. So Bai is in the 5th spot with Myers batting 6th. Justin Samard is batting 7th with Jordan Tucker in the 8th spot and Matthew Fox rounding out the lineup. And the leadoff hold is Ian Motts. Zaid Brannigan now bats 2nd. Sam Baker bats 3rd. And Rhett Hodgins is in the cleanup spot for Regina. Good little pitch there, called a little high and in out of Sean Weatherall. He's behind the play calling balls and strikes for this one. Jordy Dwyer's over at first with Elmer Jerkovitz patrolling 2nd and 3rd. The 3-man crew this evening. Also called a ball, so that moves the count to 3-1. Now Dwyer and Weatherall were in this game back on July 10th. Weatherall was at second, Dwyer was at first, and then Brent Chadwick was the home plate umpire as this one hits the back of Jalen Myers as he gets on base.
Tough way to lose the batter when you're throwing a pretty good breaking ball as Myers gingerly walking over. I think that one might have hit him directly in the middle of the back, like directly in the spinal cord.
Oh, that was right on the right in the circle part of the 9 on the back of his jersey.
They'll get a quick talking to, currently being attended to by the athletic department before Samard can dig in, and he'll give the okay and stay to run.
Justin Samard draws in now. So Jalen Myers led off the second inning with a walk, and then Samard hit into a fielder's choice, and then later came around to score what was Regina's second run of the ball game. The first of 3 runs which Regina scored that night, all off the bat of Matthew Fox, who hit a 3-run shot in the bottom of the second inning to give Regina what is now a 4-1 lead. First pitch ball to Justin Samard. Gutierrez after looking Myers back. Big swing on a Jordan Tucker. Strike one evens the count.
And Tucker was the last batter before Matthew Fox, who's currently on deck, hit that 3-run home run.
That's the other thing to note that I almost forgot about. We'll talk about it in just a second. Samart hits this one high and hard into left field. Chasing after it is Hilton. He gets under it. Both runners will retreat back to the bag. 2 outs and 2 runners on as Matthew Fox comes to the plate.
Red Sox getting some good contact this evening. Looks like they still kind of got the muscle in their arm when it comes to holding a bat in their hand. They're just unable to find it in the right spot. Those 2 fly balls to opposite sides.
Matthew Fox back at the plate after a big 3-run home run last inning 17 days ago. And I was going to mention this, but I realized he was coming up to bat anyway. That home run is not included in his total for the season. He's hit 7 others, so 8 on the year, including that one. Takes a pitch on the inside corner, called a strike by Sean Wetherell. And that home run through the rain 17 days ago cleared the scoreboard out in left field. It was an absolute moonshot of a home run. To right field, slicing down the line, chasing hard after it is Vail, but it lands on the dirt in the Red Sox bullpen. All I remember from that night is just playing weatherman, looking at the radar, seeing, man, are we going to have a chance to get this ball game back going that night, which ultimately we did not.
I remember trying to protect my score sheet from getting absolutely drenched.
My score sheet, for that reason, looks the way that it does.
Yeah, it's a little wrinkly.
0-2 pitch, 2 outs from Gutierrez inside. A little high as well as Fox able to lay off.
I can't do anything about the focus. That's beyond my capability. It would be nice.
Now a 1-2 count to the shortstop, Matthew Fox. Wind blowing out to left field this evening. That one inside. Oh, it's called a strike 3 by Sean Wetherell. Down goes Matthew Fox. The Red Sox leave 2 on. Score remains 4-1. We head to the top of the 4th when we come back on Flow Sports.
Now, we did have a little bit of a malfunction with our power wheels, so unfortunately, the Bennett Dunlop power wheels race is not going to happen. We'll be at the next best day. This is going to be our nice little hop race. Okay, so we got 2 contestants down here, Anderson and Linden. They are ready to go here on my count. You guys got to hop down here to slide as quickly as you can. The winner runs out of here with not only a prize package, but also the bragging rights. So on my count. 3, 2, 1, go! Potato sack race is going cold. Let's make some noise! And the Winston Anderson wins by just a hair. Congratulations, sir. You are going to be going home with the prize package courtesy of the Regina Red Sox. We're also going to be sending Linden home with the prize package as well. Let's make some noise! One more time! One field!
Top of the 4th inning here in Curry Field. Really good crowd on hand for the second half of a doubleheader, a restarted game. Of course, many of the fans who had tickets to that July 10th game not getting the weather that they were expecting that night, but Man, what a beautiful night to be at the ballpark here on a Sunday evening in the Queen City, Regina, Saskatchewan's capital. Ball from Spry in the dirt to Enrique Reyes, who will lead things off. 7, 8, 9 batters come to the plate for Swift Current. Trig Mapes on deck with Braxton Vale, the third in the due-up. And I also know, too, a lot of these fans sticking it out for all 4 games this weekend.
Yeah, and huge kudos to them. They have stuck out. They've really been the passion behind the Red Sox in breaking their losing streak and potentially starting one the other way.
And there'll be a lot of home cooking for the Regina Red Sox through the last 8 games of the season at home. 7 games of the season remaining after this at home for 5 of them. Pitch here. And down goes Enrique Reyes with the strikeout swinging. Great pitching out of Chris Spry in that at-bat.
Getting 3 straight swings. Well, and Reyes is pretty impressive. A guy who is a little bit dangerous is Reyes. In a Swift Current lineup where top-end talent hasn't been able to carry them this season, but has been able to put up impressive statistics.
First pitch, the number 8 hitter, Trig Mapes, low and away on the breaking ball outside for ball 1. Mapes laid down a sac bunt in the second inning. This one hit high and into right field. Back on it is Brannigan, who makes the grab for out number 2. Hardest contact since this game restarted out of a 57's bat this evening.
I know it's been only a couple innings, but Spry's looked pretty impressive. Getting ready to potentially complete inning number 2. He's throwing that fastball really well, and he's hit the zone more importantly than anything else. In a day like this where it's anything but normal, just getting consistent zone hits on your fastballs is impressive.
Braxton Vale 1 for 1 in this ball game. Had a RBI single, has driven in the only 57's run to this point of the ball game. Lefty on lefty matchup. Called a strike. Evens the count at 1. It was a ball that was hit the other way, got past a diving Matthew Fox, if I remember correctly. And that allowed, at the time, Ayala to come across the score. And he's got another base hit here. He's going to make the turn at first and trot back. A great little 2-out single for Braxton Vale.
Vale picking up right where he left off with that base hit. Pulls on that one, puts it into right. Going down 1-1. Good job from him to come back in that.
Silas Hilton, first plate appearance as the leadoff man since the restart of this game. He's 1 for 2, hit a leadoff single. As this one's back to Spry at the mound. First pitch, throws offline, but Brady Bye able to make the grab and complete the putout. Little sketchy there to end the inning, but the Red Sox get out of it. Score remains 4-1. No runs across since we've restarted. We'll be back bottom of the 4th when we come back. I feel like everybody's just going through the motions.
Yeah, I guess so.
Miller Express will be in town. Game time, 7 o'clock. It'll be the first of the Red Sox final 6 games, 5 which will be played at Curry Field.
5.
Again, the John Miller Express will be here Wednesday night. Game time, 7 o'clock.
Leadoff hitter for Regina drawing in. Again, first plate appearance for Ian Mott since the restart of this ball game. Now back on July 10th. He was batting just .280. He had played just, I believe, 7 games with the Sox at that time. Sorry, 10 games with the Sox. His first 4, he went 0 for 13, and then was 12 for 30, a 300 average in the 6 games leading up. And now he's a guy who's batting .320.
That includes 4 RBIs in his last his last 8 games. 4 RBIs, a home run, as well as 2 stolen bases. He's walked a decent amount of times as well.
4 for 9 over the 3-game set with Weyburn, including 3 runs scored, a run driven in, a walk, and a stolen base. Down 1-2. He's been seeing the ball well, and he goes down swinging here. Out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Second strikeout of the evening for Gutierrez. He didn't have any before the suspension of the game.
And we're kind of seeing how winning those last 2 starts really has changed the way he's looked at things. You know, the win against Weyburn, you can argue is anyone can beat Weyburn, but Gutierrez, he's been playing well these last couple of games, and he's bringing that into today.
Good little breaking ball finds the corner of the zone to Zaid Brannigan. First plate appearance for Brannigan in this ball game after coming in as a pinch runner by rule. Batting second in the lineup. Hard hit into left. Hilton has a beat on it, and he makes the grab for out number 2.
And the trend of deep hit balls, but just not to the ground, is continuing here. The Red Sox starting to flex their power, but at some point or another, these are going to have to get down.
Sam Baker now draws in. He also came in as a pinch runner. He's hitting for Jacob Steele, who started this ball game at second base. Baker 1 for 3, played earlier today. Did not play in the ball games yesterday. Takes a first pitch strike. Over his last 7 in 4 games, batting just .0911 for his last 11. So kind of sputtering at the plate a little bit, hoping to find the bat speed. Maybe get a couple hits. The hit earlier this afternoon broke a 4-game hitless streak for Baker. Takes the ball there, moves the count to 2-1. Hadn't even got on base in those 4 games. No walks, no hit by pitches. Just a struggle for him over the past week or so. Trying to find his game in the batter's box again. Two-two pitch over the head, and he's ducking out of the way for ball number 3.
Gutierrez mainly working that breaking ball on his strikeout stuff so far today, trying to hit the slider to drop on the inside part to the righty, but doesn't drop at all.
Red Hodgins awaits on deck for an opportunity to get an at-bat this inning. Payoff pitch with 2 outs. Swinging, popped, foul territory over the screen. Just waiting for that one to land on top of the press box here.
Yeah, I felt like that one was going our way too, but instead it'll just be another payoff pitch.
80th pitch of the game coming up for Gutierrez, just his 39th of this evening. Here's the pitch. High, and to first base goes Sam Baker.
Great at bat from Baker. Fouls a couple off. Forces Gutierrez to go high and bait the swing, just doesn't swing.
Red Hodgins comes back to the plate, lefty bat. He led off tonight's restart with a fly out to left field. Hodgins last appeared in a game against Brooks on July 16th, where he came in as a pinch runner and scored a run. But his last hitting performance was on July 12th when he went 1 for 4 with a double, 2 RBIs, a run scored, and a strikeout. Batting .294 on the season. Here's the pitch, outside, ball number 2. The on-base percentage, though, above .380. Slugging at about .350. Three walks and 5 strikeouts. This one put in play also into left field. Hilton on it. Coming in and to his right, makes the grab, out number 3, so the 2-out walk, no damage done. Red Sox leave another runner on. Score remains 4-1. We head to the top of the 5th inning when we come back.
The Regina Red Sox have won their last 2 games. Fact number 2, the concession special is peanuts. And fact number 3, this is the 3rd double header in a row for the Regina Red Sox. Which is the lie, Emma?
This is the lie.
Yeah, but Hickory Smoke Red Sox over there is the special. And absolutely roaring with congratulations. We are celebrating and sending them home with a great red prize package courtesy of the Regina Red Sox. Let's get out, Curry Field.
Oh. Things rolling on here at Curry Field, here on FloCollege Baseball in partnership with IKS Media. And it's a good time to remind you all that if you're looking for the highlights of this ball game or any of the ball games that the Regina Red Sox have played over the last few days, there's been a lot of them, head to the Western Canadian Baseball League YouTube page for those. And, of course, you can watch full games on demand right there. They usually post it about a couple days after the conclusion of each game, or you can watch them live right here on FloCollege Baseball, each and every game throughout the WCBL right here. Rydell Adair in, first plate appearance of the restart. Dribbled to Sam Baker at second, who makes the grab easily for the out.
What we'll do now is we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard across the WCBL. Tons of games today from a variety of times. Earlier today at the 2 o'clock window, the Energy City Cactus Rats beat the Brooks Bombers 10-4. Fort McMurray Giants in Sylvan Lake fell to the Gulls 12-2. And the Saskatoon Berries defeated the Moose Jaw Miller Express 13-3. As well as the Regina Red Sox beating the Weyburn Beavers earlier on at 2 p.m. 4-0. Currently going on the second half of the doubleheader in Energy City. The Cactus Rats currently trail the Brooks Bombers 11-10, top of the 4th. And the Gulls and Giants are scoreless, top of second, in Sylvan Lake.
Yuji Ime stepping in. 1-1 count against Chris Spry. Spry through 29 pitches here and 2 innings of work complete. Ime was hit by a pitch to lead off the 3rd inning, and that one just misses, says Sean Weatherall. Ball number 2 evens the count. And the pitch inside has him dancing out of the way. Ball number 3 fills the count.
So the Red Sox did not use a reliever in the last game, played a couple hours ago.
This one hit into right field. It's slicing foul, though, as Ime staying alive, fighting through this at-bat. What a pitching performance that was earlier this afternoon. Out of the Red Sox. This one also fouled off. Landon Riley pitched a gem, complete game shutout. And also saved some valuable bullpen arm work as well, which probably, on top of the excellent performance, almost just as valuable. Payoff pitch once again with 1 out, 3-2. Spry fouled off once again by Ime. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up after 4 straight foul balls. That one's behind him. As he draws the walk, Ime really battled through that at-bat.
Yeah, forces the mistake out of Spry. That one well behind the batter. And now Swift Currents slowly mounting their way back.
Looked like Spry, too. Maybe just a little bit of frustration once you get to the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Just trying to get the guy out. Jose Ayala in. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first. Flew out to center field once this game restarted in the 3rd. And they'll look Ime back to first. Beautiful night for baseball here. The sun dropping to the west here in Regina. Beautiful night for baseball. Not too windy, and the wind that is blowing is kind of on the backs of fans, blowing out to left field. And warm enough for shorts and a t-shirt to watch some baseball on a Sunday night. This one also popped foul, as seems the 57's really making Spry work here over the last couple of bats. There's another ball. Spry in his first 2 innings of work needed 11 and 13 pitches respectively to get through it. He's needed 16 to get the first out, and the 3rd batter he's faced this inning alone. That one fouled back. As now Jose Ayala staying alive, working another good at bat. 3 foul balls in this one. That one just misses, says Sean Weatherall. And so Ayala works the count full for a 2nd straight at bat. Here's the pitch. Misses high. 2 straight walks surrendered by the Regina pitching staff.
And 2 straight full count walks. Just as Spry was kind of starting to get going, starting to lose it.
For the 57. The catcher, number 15, Casey Prychak.
So I'm not sure how much you can tell on the broadcast, but I believe we have 2 57's players helping out with the first and third base coaching tonight. A couple members of the 57's coaching staff facing suspensions and are not available for tonight's game. So even the coaching staff having to go to the bullpen and substitute out. Casey Prychak back in, left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. Batter right now ahead, 2-0 in the count.
And it's going to cause Stephen Butts to come out and have a conversation with his starter. But, I mean, it's just more kind of chips stacked against the 57s. You know, you got a team, morale-wise, they're not doing great. They're at the bottom of the conference. They're starting this game losing. And, you know, head coach Rudy Estrella not making the trip with the team. And all that kind of happening. Still, so far, the 57s have been fighting pretty well in this game.
Casey Prychak went 0 for 3 last night in that 24-4 loss against Medicine Hat. Over his last 7 days in 6 games, 5 for his last 25. Has come across to score twice, drawn 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 231 on base, 200 slug. OPS at just 430 for a guy who has been with this 57's ball club for a couple years now. And for Swift Current, just missing the playoffs this year for a 2nd straight season after being a team which was always seemingly a contender.
Maybe it's just the other teams kind of growing around them, or maybe it's just them kind of getting negligent, but it doesn't look like things are getting too much better for the 57s.
3-1 pitch, double play ball as Baker underhands it to Matthew Fox, and Fox throws a strike to Brady Bye to complete the 4-6-3 double play and end the inning. It's another donut on the board. No runs across since the game has restarted. Red Sox hope to change that in the bottom of the 5th. We cross halfway here at Curry Field. We'll be right back.
No runs on no hit, 1 man left on base.
It's going to be a crazy finish, huh?
Regina leads by a score of 4-1.
Go show yardage.
You're the 2. I don't know. I think you handed it off.
Okay. 60 better. Oh, they got Bo out there, yeah. They're going to run a play.
This bottom of the 5th inning is brought to you by Sask Lotteries. Learn more about lottery beneficiaries as well as game jackpots, winning numbers, and more at SaskLotteries.ca.
30.
And I do just want to mention, if you haven't purchased your tickets for the New Year's Progressive 50/50, you should get on it. The jackpot has started at $5,000 and continues to grow all summer long, and it all wraps up September 1st. So grab those Progressive 50/50 tickets. Don't miss your shot. Make sure that you swing by the merch trailer to grab your tickets. And I do also just want to give a big shout out, a happy 19th birthday to Benjamin Juele, who was here celebrating.
Halfway through this ball game, only took 17 days to get to this point.
And for the 57s, a much-needed reset, and they've honestly come out and played way better. No, they haven't put up a run since the restart, but they haven't allowed one either. Jalen Gutierrez is playing pretty well. Now he's carrying his momentum from his last 2 wins, as we've talked about, into today, and has shut down the high-end guys of the Red Sox.
Well, looking back at 3 weeks ago, the 57s had already committed a couple errors in the field, which had allowed Regina to get out in front. Much more solid today. Brady Bye will lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And his first pitch swinging to no avail. Right by him goes that pitch for strike number 1. And he fouls that one off his foot. As Bye appearing to be swinging out of the boots for the most part. O2 pitch, foul territory towards the 57's dugout, just out of play. Imai was chasing after it. O2 pitch put in play. Blooper just into the glove of Silas Hilton in left, as Brady Bye just hasn't been able to find any grass on his contact this weekend.
No, nothing's really getting down so far. Gutierrez is definitely more of a fly ball hitter today. Myers will look to change that as he comes up. He's earned first base 2 times, neither via hit, pardon me.
Drew a walk and then was hit by a pitch after the game restarted. Takes a first pitch strike of this at bat. This one in the dirt away. Rolls back to the screen. Nobody on base, so no damage done. Just evens the count at 1. 1-1 pitch from Gutierrez. Hard hit towards the third baseman. Imai able to knock it down, and the throw to get Myers is in time as the third baseman shows off the arm after he really did just need to kind of stop that ball just to be able to field it.
It was a slow roller. It looked like he might have been able to pick it up and just throw it as that, but instead he is just able to keep it in front of him. Really good play there from him.
Justin Smart 0 for 1 in this ball game. Reached on a fielder's choice, came around to score, and then drew a walk after the restart. That one's high and in. Has him moving out of the way. Smart batting .244 this season, 22 hits. 5 of those for extra bases, including a triple and 4 doubles. This one, broken bat, pop up. Calling everybody off is Reyes. He'll make the grab. 1, 2, 3, go the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 5th. Top of the 6th. 57s trying to get back in this ball game. They're keeping it close. Score remains 4-1.
Now they just basically got to lateral it, huh?
We are down here with our new friend Doug. Doug is ready to play Name That Tune. So we're going to spin a little bit of a track here, and you're going to have to give us the name of the song and the artist in order to walk out of here with not only bragging rights, but the prize as well. So DJ, let's spin it.
Pitch it, pitch it, pitch it. He's going to kick it.
Doug, what is it?
Mama, I'm coming home by the Godfeather of Heavy Metal. Ozzy Osbourne.
Wait, They got it. They got it, so it's still live. Is this no yards? What is this?
Congratulations, sir. Let's give it up, Cody Field.
Well, with Jalen Gutierrez pitching really well on the mound, it appears he will be staying in the ball game because he's coming up to bat. Second plate appearance of this ball game.
And second plate appearance of his season. Last time he didn't get put out. Instead, he grounded out into a fielder's choice. So I suppose that's a good way to start for the pitch returned hitter.
Shows bunt right back to Chris Spry, who's able to make the grab. Kind of shocked by Gutierrez's wheels there. He was showing it off.
Certainly a lot more speed than I think we gave him credit for, laying down the bunt. Old National League style, where pitchers would just do that, walk their way right back to the dugout. But definitely trying to earn first base was Gutierrez there.
I just was more shocked that he had that ability in him. We don't get to see that often from the guy on the mound. As Reyes first pitch swinging right to Matthew Fox. Throw is well in time. Out number 2, 2 pitches, 2 outs for Chris Spry.
Still kind of being on a tear is Spry. He's been pitching very well so far in this afternoon.
Trig Mapes, third batter of the inning, coming up. 0 for 1 in this ball game with a sac bunt and a flyout. Takes a first pitch ball. That one well inside as I'm dancing out of the way for ball number 2. And I would think if Mapes can get on with Braxton Vale going 2 for 2 already in this game, maybe puts a little pressure on the Red Sox to kind of wake up in this ball game.
Yeah, just I was saying about Spry kind of pitching pretty well. His command seems to be starting to slip just a tad.
Great pitch there as Mapes thought he had worked the walk. He threw the bat, but Sean Weatherall says you're going to see at least one more. That's a called strike. Moves the count to 3-1. And the pitch. That one is a walk. There goes Mapes to first. That brings Braxton Vale back up to the plate.
And as you said, 2 for 2, but has been stranded at first both times.
Has driven in the sole run for Swift Current in this ball game. It did happen 2.5 weeks ago, though. Takes that one. Looks like he saw it all right, but didn't want to fully commit, so it's a called strike 1. Spry look over at first. Delivery fouled back. And now Spry ahead 0-2. The Red Sox still with an opportunity to catch the Medicine Hat Mavericks in the standings. And now are 3 games up on Moose Jaws. That one's in the dirt. And with 2 outs, they'll have to complete it. And they do. Braxton Vale goes down swinging, scored 2-3 on the putout. 4 men come to the plate, 3 go down. And the score remains 4-1, bottom of the 6th. Still to come here. Things roll on Flow Sports. Bless you.
We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Score remains Regina 4.
Thank you.
I don't think I made it on the cast. So.
And just a reminder, the next Red Sox home game coming up this Wednesday night. It'll be the first of a 3-game homestand and 5 of the last 6 at home. The opponents will be the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Game time 7 o'clock.
It was boring.
I didn't even order it.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Here in Regina, Red Sox leading the Swift Current 57s 4-1. Jordan Tucker will lead things off with Matthew Fox on deck and the leadoff hitter Ian Montz, the duo.
Red Sox just looking to get anything on the board. I mean, ever since the restart, bats have just gone totally dry. Seen some well-hit balls go right into the gloves of the 57's outfielders. So they're kind of fortunate that this game is a continuation with a 3-run lead, because if it wasn't the case, you could be looking at a 57's upset.
The Red Sox have yet to record a hit, and that one's right on the back of Jordan Tucker.
Fans, that top of the 6th inning was brought to you by Access Communications. Check out the Red Sox TV schedule with Regina Red Sox.
Second hit by pitch of Jordan Tucker in this ball game by Jalen Gutierrez.
Yeah, I don't think there's any intent behind that whatsoever, really. That one or the first one. Still one that gets away. Tucker's only way to move out is to duck his elbow, and he sacrifices back for it, but gains first base.
Matthew Fox in, 1 for 2 with a home run, 3 RBIs and a strikeout. First pitch high and away out of Jalen Gutierrez for ball number 1. Fox was hitting .338 at the beginning of this ball game 17 days ago. Now batting .367 in his last 7 games. Sorry, last 8 games. That ball also outside. 4 for 10 on the weekend in that 3-game set against Weyburn. And 11 for his last 30 with 4 extra base hits. 8 driven in. And a 974 OPS over that stretch. Head 2-0 here. Pitch from Gutierrez. Also high and away for ball number 3.
A pair of glasses have been turned into the press box. If you have lost a pair of glasses tonight, please come up to the press box to see if the ones we have are yours.
3-0 pitch. Tucker off of first. Outside, 4-pitch walk of Matthew Fox will put a runner in scoring position.
Well, Red Sox are going to have to earn their base runners. They haven't been able to get many 2-base hits. So they'll take a hit by pitch and a walk as well.
Just the second time Regina has been able to get a runner into scoring position since the restart, as we'll have a quick little mound visit here between Gutierrez and Prychek. So they hope to get on the same page, and that does not include when the game restarted and there was a runner on third. So Prychek and Gutierrez seemingly in sync once again. Maybe concerned a little bit that Justin Tucker maybe had been picking up the signs already. They hadn't thrown a pitch yet in this at-bat, so maybe just figuring out what the sequencing is, and for a 5th straight pitch, it's a ball outside the zone.
That's an interesting thought, if the worry is Jordan Tucker at second, or if it is the fact that they've struck out the batter once today and they want to kind of go back to that same routine.
Mott swinging at that pitch, fouls it off. Breaks up the sequence of the number of balls thrown in a row. One now the count. Tucker off of second, Matthew Fox off of first. First baseman not holding Fox on. They are holding Tucker on at second. As Gutierrez fires one outside the zone again, moves the count to 2-1. That was the 100th pitch of the ball game for Jalen Gutierrez. 59th since this game restarted. That breaking ball will look like a pretty good pitch, but just a little bit inside. So Sean Wetherill moves the count to 3-1.
That's exactly what Gutierrez was thinking as well. He totally thought he froze Montz on that one. Would it really change? Is that bad if that gets called?
Mont's already 2 for 3 in the ball game, 0 for 1 on the evening. 3-1 pitch outside. 3 straight Regina Red Sox have reached to start the bottom of the 6th.
Draws the walk, so the bases will be loaded. For the right fielder, number 21.
And we've already seen Zaid Brannigan hit a home run today, and we'll have a little bit of a mound visit here. And it looks like we'll be making a call to the bullpen, as Gutierrez will come out, maybe. Oh, the guy in the bullpen now stopping as they throw him back. So I guess we're not going to have a pitching change just yet. Just a little bit of a conversation here to bolster the confidence of the young pitcher.
Yeah, it looked like Brant Spencer was about to come back, but looks like they're going to stay with Gutierrez.
And he has been pitching well, Gutierrez has, this evening. Again, still has not surrendered a hit. It's just finding the zone, and he's hit a couple batters. And in a really tough spot right here with the bases loaded, and Zaid Brannigan coming to the plate. Pitch here, called a strike. So Brannigan on the weekend, 5 for 9 with 3 runs across, including a double and a solo home run, which he hit to lead off the ball game for Regina this afternoon against Weyburn. That run held as the game-winning run. Another called strike as he just went right back to the well as the first pitch that he got out of Sean Wetherall was called a strike. He went right back to that spot.
Yeah, no reason not to the righty. Might as well try to throw it towards the outside.
So looking at the 2-strike approach now for Brannigan. Out in right field. We've also seen him at second base this weekend. Pitch here outside, a little further out than the 2 previous pitches, so he doesn't get the call there. But again, he looked like he was looking right at that exact same spot. So the count now 1-2. Tucker off at third, Fox at second, Ian Motts at first. That pitch high and in evens the count.
And Brannigan, he's been impressive in his first 2 games with the Red Sox. There's a big spot to add to his RBI total and really put this game out of reach.
Joined the Red Sox almost exactly a week ago, 10 for 30 over his first 8 games in Regina, 7 runs, 3 extra base hits. And he's got the wheels too. He's extended at least 1 single to a doubles. This one's hit hard and into left field at the wall. It's off the base of the wall. Coming around to score is Tucker and Fox. They'll rave Motts around. Play at the plate is offline. 3-run bases clearing double for Zaid Brannigan. Have a day.
3-run RBI for Brannigan. Man, what a great hit. The Red Sox have been threatening those deep contact plays basically the entire night. And that might be the end of the day for Gutierrez. And that might be the end of the comeback effort for the 57s.
Then the first hit, Gary Gutierrez surrenders after the restart, is a big one as it extends what was a 3-run lead to 6. We'll introduce you to the new 57's pitcher when we come back.
No, 21. Brant Spencer.
What do you got?
Brant Spencer.
Oh, that's not what I got. It's 21.
21, Micah Garrett.
Oh. 21. Am I tripping?
Hey, we think that's wrong. We got Brant Spencer. New pitcher into the ball game for the Swift Current 57s. It's a tall righty out of Badlands Baseball Academy in Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan, Brant Spencer.
It's the righty who's making his third relief appearance of the year. What he hopes to be his third inning of work. He struck out 2, walked none, allowed 3 hits with a 4.50 ERA. In his 2 appearances, he's pitched on the 23rd and 24th of July. The 23rd was a 11-0 loss against Weyburn. He went an inning, allowing no runs, no hits, no walks, and striking out 1. Then on the 24th, in a 9-0 loss against the Saskatoon Berries, he went an inning, allowing 1 earned run, 2 runs total, on 3 hits, and striking out 1.
At the plate, the second baseman, Sam Baker.
Sam Baker will be the first to face Spencer on the mound. He's got a runner at second and Zaid Brannigan. And it's a first pitch ball to Baker. Baker 0 for 0 with a walk since coming in as a pinch runner in this ball game. Taking over for Jacob Steele, who went 0 for 1. Caught foul tip into the glove for strike number 1. One pitch out of Spencer. Ball's outside. So count out 2-1. Pitch there high and in foul territory, but it is out of play and into the seats. So count even at 2-2. That pitch high and in fills the count at 3.
Correction, pitching for the Swift Current 57s is number 21, Brant Spencer.
This one hit up the middle, played on a couple hops by Reyes. The throw over gets Baker, but he's able to advance Brannigan over to third.
And getting that first out is going to be really important for the new reliever. What we understand is a high schooler coming into play towards the end of the season. And you also wonder now, is he going to be batting for Gutierrez as well, or will most likely some kind of change be made on that end?
Red Hodgins' first pitch swinging a fly ball into left, sac fly situation. There goes the runner Brannigan. Play at the plate. Good throw from left, and Silas Hilton just a little late. And it's a sac fly for Red Hodgins and an RBI as Regina takes an 8-1 lead.
That was a really good throw in, and good hustle from Brannigan, able to bring it in.
Now batting,
Now with the 7-run advantage, Red Sox certainly feeling a little bit more in control in this one.
By also first pitch swinging, dribbler under the glove of Trig Mapes will allow Brady By to score. We'll see what the official decision is for the scorecard, but a soft ground ball, and By was hustling out of the box.
So they're going to call it an E6 as that one went right through the glove of Mapes. Came off a couple weird bounces, but definitely still playable for the shortstop.
Brings Jalen Myers back up, grounded out to the third baseman, last plate appearance back in the 5th inning. First pitch is a ball to Myers. Spencer looking to pick up his starter, and it's a base hit over the jumping Reyes at second. They'll play station to station. 2 runners on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th as the bats have woken up for Regina.
Myers sees the ball over the plate, not dropping on that kind of off-speed pitch. With a lower velocity, he's able to push it over the second baseman, advances by up the base. Red Sox not done.
Justin Simard is the 9th Regina Red Sox to come to the plate. He popped up to the second baseman to end the last inning. Takes a first pitch, a little high, says Sean Weatherall. That one outside, low and away for ball number 2 is the young high school kid Spencer really thrust into a tough situation here against a really good Red Sox lineup.
Not
There's
only
a called strike.
I was going to say not only a tough lineup, but a tough situation as well. You know, the base is nearly loaded when he came in, already down by 3, now down by 7. It's a learning experience, to say the least.
Well, in his 2 previous appearances, seemingly has pitched really well. 2 innings, has only given up 2 runs, 1 of those earned, 3 hits, and has faced 10 batters against Saskatoon and against Weyburn, both with really good lineups. That pitch just misses to fill the count.
If you want any indication of how Swift Current have been in this latter part of the year, both of those appearances, the 57s have put up a total of 0 runs.
Just no support for the guys on the mound when they're pitching well. There go the runners with 2 outs as Simard fouls this one back. We'll do it again. Red Sox have already brought 4 across the plate in this inning. Base hit into the gap here likely scores both Brady By and Jalen Myers. They'll be moving on the pitch again. Payoff. Called strike 3. Down goes Justin Simard. But the damage on the scoreboard done. It's the bases clearing 3 RBI double out of Zaid Brannigan, which did the majority. And the Red Sox lead swells to 7. It's 8-1 as we head to the top of 7 here at Curry Field.
Red Sox have an 8-1 lead.
And they did it on just 2 hits.
Over 100 menu items. We've got your bases covered for every trade. Join us at any of our 5 Boston Pizza Regina locations before or after the game. So we're down to Tegan on the first base line.
And we do have our 2 contestants down here on field level. This is Maddox and Mitchell. They are going head-to-head in a game of hula hoop cornhole. Now we're going to make this a little extra interesting. We have Slider down here holding up the hula hoops. You need to get those beanbags tossed into the hula hoops on my count. So you know what? Let's start with Maddox. We're going to go with the red beanbags first. Ready, set, go. That's a miss. Another miss. We're going to count that one. So 1 for 3. Let's go, Mitchell. Let's see what you got. That's 1. We're already tied. That's 2. You already won.
I think one of those hula hoops is bigger than the other.
Something tells me that. And
Congratulations, Mitchell. You're walking out of here with the bragging rights. You are the winner. Good sportsmanship here. We're also going to send you both home with supplies packages, courtesy of the Regina Red Sox. Current field, let's give it up for Matt.
Chris By back on the mound. He is yet to give up a run and has only given up one hit in this appearance.
Top of the order for the 57th in their half of the seventh.
We can also close the book on Jalen Gutierrez for the 57s. He goes 5+ innings, gives up 6 hits, 7 walks, 2 strikeouts, 8 runs, all earned, and hit 3 batters. And at the end of this game will go down as 52 balls thrown, 55 strikes, and 107 pitches. What an outing for the young man.
in terms of pitch count, it's going to seem attractive, but in terms of the run total, you know, 4 of those runs were today, 4 of those runs were earlier. A lot of those walks were earlier as well, even though we did kind of struggle with that when it came to walking a lot of those batters. But a pretty good day for Gutierrez. Doesn't look like he's going to continue his win streak on a personal note.
Silas Hilton, leadoff batter in for Swift Current, ahead 3-1 in this count. Rydell Adair waits on deck, and Uji Imai in the hole, and Hilton works the 5-pitch walk to get on base to lead things off here in the top of the 7th. Swift Current just hoping to keep this score respectable. Rydell Adair, lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch high and in has the first baseman ducking out of the way.
Worth noting, no one getting loose in the Red Sox pen at the moment.
A couple guys standing up there just walking around. That ball away this time, as now the command from Chris Spry wavering slightly. 65 pitches to this point of the evening for the lefty. Pitch here has Adair swinging. That one's going to land on us. There it is. That one came into the.
Wow.
That one came into the booth. There we go. We got the ball. Got the game ball. Where is the hole in the roof that came in? That is, I've never seen that.
No, I've always wondered that, because the way the netting works is it has to come in a certain angle for it to really get into the ball, into the
This
press
one
box.
fouled off. That one's getting over us this time. How did that get in here? Oh, so it bounced in front of the window
That's
and
even
into
stranger.
the broadcast booth. That's. Oh, is that one hits Adair, but he was swinging at it. And so it's strike number 3. Tough way to go down for Rydell Adair. UGMI.
Everyone's kind of confused here. They're wondering if that was
No,
fouled
it
back.
hit,
if that was
it hit his arm. It did not hit the bat. I'll check in. That did not hit the bat. That hit off the arm on the swing.
Well, everyone's a little bit confused if it did or not. Instead, we'll get Imai coming up.
UGMI yet to have an at-bat, and he pops this one up. Chris Spry runs over and makes the grab on the bunt attempt for the second out of the inning here in the top of the 7th.
Well, there's a stigma around pitchers that they can't field or they can't make plays. They don't hustle on the defensive end. Chris Spry putting that stereotype to rest. A fantastic run going into field territory to his right. Reaches out with the glove, makes the grab, reading it well. Saskatchewan was really tailing back in foul territory.
Jose Ayala draws back in, 0 for 2 in this ball game. He has been on base twice with a fielder's choice and drew a walk last plate appearance, but was the first half of an inning double play in the 5th. Takes the first pitch ball here. Spry the pitch. Low and inside, feet out of the way of Ayala. Pitch here. Just outside, misses. Ball number 3. Hilton is a guy who will run from time to time. Just 4 stolen bases on the season, but Ayala, 4 pitches, 4 balls and a walk. Second walk of this inning, which Spry has surrendered. 3rd in the last 2 innings. 5th in the last 3.
Yeah, pitching away from the stronger hitters.
So now he'll try to get Casey Prychek down. Prychek hitless in this ball game. First pitch strike out of Chris Spry, much better. Grounded into a double play, last plate appearance. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. His first plate appearance since the restart, and then back on July 10th, grounded out to the shortstop in the 1st. Started the game as the DH, but through injuries and other things has moved behind the plate once this game got restarted, which is forced the 57s to be resourceful with their lineup. We saw Jalen Gutierrez, the pitcher, having to bat already this evening. Be interesting to see if they keep Spencer in or if they opt to pinch hit as the catcher calls time. That doesn't appear to be Brad Spencer on deck, so pitch here, called a strike. Great pitch by Chris Spry to even the count at 2. Maybe it is him. It's tough to tell.
Yeah, he's batting right-handed, which is what he is.
That pitch outside will fill the count. So with 2 outs, the runners will be moving on the pitch. Matthew Fox will no longer be holding the runner at second as closely as he was previous. Spry looks back. There go the runners. Pitch swinging. Down goes Casey Prychek. Caught. Foul tip to complete it. Score remains 8-1 Red Sox. We'll stretch here at Curry Field. Things continue here on Flow Sports. Stay with us.
No runs, no hits, 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 8-1 Regina. Fans, it's time for the 7th inning stretch, sponsored by our friends at Water Warehouse. We need everyone up on their feet to help us sing the Red Sox rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Here's Regina's Michael Bublé, Bruce, with the singing of Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me root for the Red Sox. If they don't win, it's a shame. It's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Join Bruce at the next Rider home game when he sings the last Saskatchewan
also thank you so much for that beautiful rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game for Water Warehouse Curryfield. Make sure that you stick around to run the bases with Slider after the game tonight as well. I do also just want to give a quick shout out here to the Regina Wildcats.
So Brent Spencer out for another inning of work for the 57s.
Special Olympics
Down by 7.
The Regina Wildcats. Thank you so much for joining us here at Curryfield tonight.
Speaking of shout-outs, we give one to the U13 AAA Wolf Pack and our often broadcast partner Dante DeCaria. The Wolf Pack winning a provincial championship today, so congratulations to that club. These bright young men. Championships at any level always feel good. So congratulations to the U13 Wolfpack. Jordan Tucker, Matthew Fox, Ian Motts, the due-up, just as it was last inning when the Regina Red Sox put up 4 runs. And it started with a hit by pitch of Jordan Tucker. Tucker swinging at this one. Big hop, able to field it as Reyes. Throw over is in time. They get Tucker this time. As now Tucker falls to 0-2 on the night.
That's a great adjustment there from Reyes, able to field that one off a pretty difficult hop. You know, we've seen a couple of the infielders today for the 57s. We struggle to field in that kind of play, but with crunch time winding down, they're able to do it.
Fox worked a walk his last plate appearance, then came across to score as part of that 3-run RBI double by Sade Brannigan. Takes a first pitch strike. We reminisced about his big 3-run home run a little bit earlier in this ball game. It happened 17 days ago. So he is 1 for 2. Down 0-2 in this count, though, to Brant Spencer. Pitch just outside as Prychek was set up almost in the right-handed batter's box for that off-speed pitch. See where they go here. Looks like he's sent up inside. Fastball coming. Fox makes contact. Hit into center field. Second hit of the ball game. First of the night for Matthew Fox as his hot hitting continues.
And these are the kind of the games that Matthew Fox needs to kind of get hot during because, you know, we turn the corner after this week and we see Saskatoon a couple times. We see a team in Moose Jaw that is beatable but has give Regina trouble. So a guy like Matthew Fox, in an absence of sluggers, will give Regina a huge boost into those games.
Well, with just about a week remaining in the regular season, I believe the last regular season game is on the Monday of the long weekend for the Red Sox before the playoffs begin. A chance here to find the bats, find the offense, get a little streaky, and then maybe go on a run in the playoffs. You know you're in. And you know you're likely going to have to play against the Medicine Hat Mavericks in that 2-3 matchup. Exactly how the seeding will fall still yet to be determined, but the 4 teams in the East decided as of this afternoon. Weyburn's lost to these Red Sox this afternoon, secured Moose Jaw's playoff position. Motts fouls this one into the seats. That was lined hard. It looked like everybody got it out of the way, thankfully. So the count full here with 1 away. Okotoks and Lethbridge have secured their playoff positions in the West. Still yet to be determined. The Sylvan Lake Gulls, their magic number was 1 going into today. And with their win of the Fort McMurray Giants, the Gulls are in. And the Cactus Rats, who beat the Bombers, draw within a half game of the Giants and have a chance to climb into 4th place in the West should they beat Brooks today. But right now, top of the 7th, down 16-3 in that game. So that one coming to a close here, the second half of a doubleheader. And after the walk of Ian Motts, St. Brannigan comes in after that big 3-run double last inning.
The infield kind of simultaneously double play depth, but also to the push side, it feels like. A big gap between short and third. Just trying to get out of this inning on the 57.
Fans giving Zade Brannigan a little cheer. That pitch just misses high, and after the walk of Ian Motts, Brannigan ahead 3-0. Is now Spencer struggling to find the strike zone here with one out. Big swing out of the right fielder. But a better pitch, and now a 3-1 count. Wynn still pushing out to left field. That pitch outside, and now the base is loaded for Sam Baker.
Alrighty, currently getting loose in the 57's pen. I guess we'll not see him quite yet, but Sam Baker, a huge opportunity for him.
And a huge opportunity to kind of change the stat line which he's had over the last week. Again, hitting under 100. This one's hard hit into center field, but man, it's into the glove. Sac fly situation, so that'll score a run. Motts will advance to third as Fox comes across, and Brannigan will hold up at first.
Well, I guess it's something for Sam Baker. Beggars really can't be choosers. Doesn't get the base hit, but gets the good contact, gets the RBI to add to his total.
So the score moves to 9-1 for the Red Sox. Was hard hit, just right at the center fielder, Jose Ayala. Brett Hodgins steps in now as we had another ball come in from the bullpen. Can't tell which Regina Red Sox up and warming as of right now. It is the pitcher spot up for Swift Current in the top of the 8th. I would suspect pinch hitter situation, and you get Spencer out of the ball game. Great pitch there. Looked like a little two-seamer back over the plate. Spencer has used 38 bullets to this point of this relief appearance. That one hits Hodgins. And the runner at third will stay put, but Brannigan will move to second. Another hit batter here in this ball game.
And now what Spencer was looking for. It's going to be pretty disappointed if he does come out of this game only being responsible for the one run.
And this at-bat right here could really make this one a rout. Brady Bye takes it. Bye with 7 home runs this season, 1 over his last 8 games. Oh, but the average has increased over that span. By 11 for his last 26 over that 8-game stretch. 3 for his last 10 this weekend. Swings hard. It's up the middle. Shortstop. Mapes able to make the play. He underhands it over to Reyes, and that will complete the putout. And the Red Sox only able to get 1 on the board. They leave the bases loaded. New pitcher into the ball game for the Red Sox. We'll introduce you to him when we come back.
1 run, 1 hit, 3 men left on. Red Sox extend their lead to 9-1 as we go to the top of the 8th. The Red Sox would like to thank Good Life Fitness for providing players access to their wonderful gym at the Victoria Square Mall. They'd also like to thank Spiro and all the staff at Western Pizza for providing the concession with their great product.
Who?
Calvin Shepard.
Nice.
And we do just want to give a special shout out and a happy birthday to Jake. So Jake from Special Olympics Regina Wildcats, happy birthday. We hope you have the best time tonight, and thank you so much for spending your birthday with the Regina Red Sox.
New pitcher into the ball game here as we draw close to the end of this ball game. 9-1 is the score. Calvin Shepard comes in relief.
Shepard, the righty from Indianapolis, Indiana, has made 12 relief appearances on the year, 3-2 record, 2.85 ERA. Pretty impressive for a guy who's made so many appearances. He's gone 28 1/3, allowing 19 hits and 13 walks while striking out 27. His last game was on the 25th of July against Medicine Hat in a 3-0 loss. He allowed a run over 2 innings and went 1 hit, 3 walks, striking out 2.
Now pitching for you, Regina Red Sox, number 38, Calvin Shepard.
We'll see who the first bat is to face off against Shepard. Batter's hitting under 200 against him, just 192. The on-base percentage at 291 as he surrendered just 13 walks. And the slugging at 216 and a whip just over 1.1. And Brent Spencer is going to get a chance to bat here. The Meadow Lake product.
Has yet to record a WCBL at bat.
Being a high schooler, I was really struggling to find statistics on him. Couldn't find any from his high school. As he dribbles this one back to the mound. Shepard, a tough play, throw over. What a throw by Calvin Shepard.
On the back foot as well. He's got a pretty fast runner, it appears. And Spencer, and it's going to be a good first out.
So 1 out now is Enrique Reyes, the switch hitter, coming in. First pitch swinging, great pitch out of Calvin Shepard as he blows it right by him for strike number 1.
Yet to get a hit today does Reyes. Battling righty on lefty, we'll see how he can adjust.
This one hit towards Sam Baker as he knocks it down on a spin. The throw, great pick by Brady Bye to complete the putout.
Wow, pair of good defensive plays by guys who don't usually play those kind of defensive positions. First we see it from the pitcher Shepard, then we see it from Bye, the usual catcher, now playing first base today, and I think that he has patched that role pretty well, if I do say so myself.
The shortstop, Trig Mapes, in for Swift Current, down to their final 4 outs of this ball game. He's first pitch swinging. It's over to, who's the third baseman today?
Myers.
Myers is the third baseman today. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning here in the 8th. The score remains 9-1 Red Sox with their last at-bat in regulation, should the score hold, coming up.
Still Spencer. Yes, it is.
Interesting.
I mean, might as well give him this one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we may as well.
Who are you calling there?
Oh, my friend called me out of nowhere, and I was doing. Hold on.
I saw you call. I was like, are you calling someone
Yeah.
while you're doing it? Are you recording yourself?
No, he called me during taking it to the ball game. So it was funny because he took these screenshots of me singing it.
Jeez.
Still doing it.
That is extremely editable. I just
Yeah.
want to let you know that.
It's hilarious. Yeah, I know. Really funny.
This is what he's okay. Is this the guy from school or who's this?
Yeah, it's a guy I know from theater, and then he said I'm baseball maxing.
It's a new shortstop.
Yeah, we're
That's pretty funny.
cooked. Baseball maxing is crazy.
Baseball max.
The new player somewhere. There's been a defensive substitution for the 57s. Now into the ball game at second base is number 23, David Jinks.
Yeah, he'll replace Reyes.
At the plate, the third baseman, Shaylin Myers.
Who just grounded out in the last top inning.
Ooh, Spencer just lost the grip in that one, and it goes behind the back of Jalen Myers. So in a game full of substitutions, what's one more to bring another guy into the ball game? Much better pitch from Spencer there against Jalen Myers. Called strike. Pitch here. Breaking ball in the dirt. And that one hits Myers, another hit batter in this game.
Well, the first one went behind him, and that one goes right into Myers. The second time he's been hit by a pitch, that one's going to be a lot easier to take.
Justin Simard, 0 on the evening. Again, also just trying to kind of change his fortunes at the plate here down the stretch. That one's hit hard, and it stays fair past the diving Ime. And a base hit for Simard. He took a big turn at first because Jalen Myers looked like he was going to go to third.
Yeah,
But he advances the runner nonetheless.
Yeah, Hilton, the left fielder, picked that one up pretty quickly and was about to relay a throw in, so the runners have to stay put just the one base.
Jordan Tucker, who's also been hit by 2 hit-by pitches in this ball game in total. Six Regina Red Sox have been hit by a pitch in this ball game. Great pitch there by Spencer. Falls into the zone for strike number 1. Evens the count at 1-1. 50th pitch of the ball game for Spencer will be the next one. A little breaking ball, but it didn't break enough, so it stayed a little high and in to move the count to 2-1.
Spencer really relying on that breaking ball, and then when it's over the zone, it's worked pretty well. He's been able to get that drop, that swing and miss as well.
Hard hit, fair ball. That will be at least a double for Tucker. They'll wave Meyer around. Also Simard rounding third. 2 RBI double for Jordan Tucker as he gets off the Schneid first hit of the ball game.
Well, he sees another breaking ball. This one inside. He's able to pull on very easily. Takes a drop maybe about a centimeter or so the right way of the foul line, and the route is official.
And now this game really is out of hand. So we have a little mound visit here. Matthew Fox back into the batter's box. The righty has been okay this evening. 1 for 2 since the restart with a single in the 7th. Drew a walk in the 6th. So 3rd straight inning where Matthew Fox, the number 9 hitter, has come up, as a ton of Red Sox have been coming up to the plate. There are no outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Regina just hit a 2 RBI double to extend the lead to 9. And Matthew Fox, who hit a home run in this game 3 weeks ago, back at the plate. Pitch well outside as they are working away from the shortstop. 8 home runs on the season for Fox, including the one that he hit before the postponement of this game. 2-0 pitch. Hit hard, popped foul, and out of play. The start of this evening for the Regina offense was a little slow. Took them a few innings to kind of get into the ball game. And now we've seen the offense really wake up, and it's been a big wave of runs as Fox fouls this one back to fill the count. Seven runs in the last 3 innings after none in the previous 3. And Matthew Fox called out on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
Yeah, it looked like originally the Red Sox were just going to kind of coast along with their 3-run lead and their 4-run total. And lately they've decided, hey, you know what, we can swing the bats a little bit if we want to, and they have. And, 4-run inning, 1-run inning. So far, gotten 2 across the bottom of the 8th with some dangerous hitters coming up.
Ian Mott started this ball game with 2 singles before the postponement. His first plate appearance of the evening here was a strikeout, and since then has walked twice. So a 2-for-3 effort for the man out in center field. Has scored 2 runs. Takes that pitch and he's ahead 3-0. A chance for his 3rd straight walk. The on-base percentage will skyrocket for this man. That one right down the middle, taking all the way for strike number 1. Spencer down 3-1 in the count. Motts takes that one. It's inside. He works another walk, 3rd straight walk for a 3rd straight inning.
That one looked pretty good on that last one. I'm surprised that Spencer didn't get the call. And that might be the end of the day for him.
Yes, out comes, I couldn't tell you who that is, controlling the pitching decisions this evening, but nonetheless, that'll spell the night for Brant Spencer. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher when we come back. See that number? I can't.
16, I think. Yep.
Juan Almonte.
Juan Almonte.
Yep.
Now,
This is a catcher.
Current 57 is number 16, Juan Almonte.
So we let anyone pitch now.
In the midst of the bottom of the 8th inning, pitching change for the Swift Current 52nds. It's a position player in Juan Almonte, usually behind the plate for the man from Bluefield University.
Yeah, from coming to us from Puerto Rico, where he resides from San Juan. This is his first pitching appearance of the WCBL season. It's likely he does have some kind of familiarity on the mound, whether it be in high school or in college. Offensively batting .208 across 13 games, so he'll move from one side of the armory to the other.
Zaid Brannigan will be the first batter to face him. Takes the first pitch ball. Looking at the Bluefield University Rams athletics page for 2025, the junior Juan Almonte doesn't have any stats available as we have a wild pitch here. Both runners will advance. So this one getting well out of hand.
And now the force play that I think maybe the 57s were kind of playing for.
Two runners in scoring position now for Zaid Brannigan, ahead 2-0 in the count. Just one away here, bottom of the 8th. Regina with a 11-1 lead, and that one's high and outside. As Brannigan taking all the way. Just seems now this game just trying to get done. Great little pitch there. Not a fast ball per se, but a good little pitch that gets over the plate.
That's all really you can ask when a position player is pitching. Just try to hit the zone.
That one hit high and hard into left field. Going back on it is Hilton. It's going to drop on the warning track. So a sac fly for Brannigan. Across the plate comes Tucker. Motts will go to third. 2 outs and now a 12-1 lead for Regina. Just good fundamental baseball.
And we're seeing that trend of deep hit, well hit, long hit balls from the Red Sox. Now it's just bringing in runs for fun at this point.
Sam Baker takes the first pitch ball. Baker 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Which scored a run in the 7th. Takes a strike there. He's also drawn a walk and grounded out in this ball game. Technically a pinch runner was Baker. Two 2-1 pitch here from Almonte. Well outside. Gets to the screen. Montz is not going to move.
Yeah, not worth it
Good
at this point.
sportsmanship there.
It would have been a tough play anyway. The pitcher, who is traditionally a catcher, so he has a little bit of experience in that regard. But it came up and made it a bit of a weirder play.
So the count 3-1. Pitch here outside of the zone for ball number 4. Runners on the corners after the walk. Red Hodgins coming back to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Fly out. 2 flyouts, rather. And a sac fly. Couple productive outs, and he's also been hit by a pitch. One of 5 Regina Red Sox to be hit by a pitch in this ball game. 3 by Julian Gutierrez. And 2 by Spencer Brandt. Brandt Spencer, sorry. That pitch outside after the walk is just trying to get to the end of this one. Swift Current, just 3 outs remaining. And then we'll call this one a night. Well out of the playoff picture. As Hodgins hits this one hard, and unfortunately for David Jenks, the error will allow another run to score. As another one comes across.
And that's almost a tough one no matter what team you're kind of cheering for. Look like Johnson's going to be able to feel that, unable to do so, and that'll bring him another run.
Brady By, the 9th Regina Red Sox, to come to the plate. First pitch swing and pops it high and into the air. Jenks with an opportunity to field this one, and it gets down. By wasn't hustling to first, but it gets down. As Jenks now from bad to worse, and he knows that for his buddy on the mound to is struggling through this one is, wish for a little bit of something better.
It was interesting. By immediately as he popped it up, he threw his bat towards the netting, thinking that was going to be the end of the inning. And instead, he'll go for another one.
Jalen Myers in, takes a first pitch ball. Bases loaded, so there's nowhere to put Myers. 1 for 2 since coming in. Can't even say coming in the ball. He started the ball game. One of the few. Great pitch there, called a strike by Sean Weatherall. Meyer has come to the plate. This is his 6th time, as this is a base hit into center field. That's going to score a run. They'll hold up Hodgins at third as Baker comes across, and the 14th run of the ball game comes across. So for Meyer, just his 2nd hit of the ball game, but he had come to the plate now 6 times. He was 1 for 2 only.
At the plate, the designated hitter, Justin Samar.
And Samar got a base hit his last time up. He'll look to continue a bit of momentum he's getting.
It's stat night here at Curry Field at this point.
Yeah, garbage time. It's time to kind of pad these stats just a little bit.
Almost batting practice-esque. Pitch. There's a little bit of zip from Almonte. Just misses the zone. 2-0 now the count. As we slug through this game, we waited 17 days for the finish, so what's a little longer? Pitch here in the opposite batter's box. Tough to call those ones strikes if you're Sean Weatherall as well. Got to at least make it close.
Yeah, you got to earn it even a little bit.
Nowhere to put Samard on the 3-0 count. Swinging, fouls it back to the screen. Counts 3-1. Hodgins off at third, By off at second. Myers is at first. Pitch is too high, and that will walk in a run. And it just continues to get worse somehow.
Yeah, it's gotten
For the
ugly
Swift
a
Current
few batters ago.
57s.
Now at the plate, the left fielder, Jordan Tucker.
Jordan Tucker hit a 2 RBI double in this inning. 11th, 12th. This one grounded to the shortstop. He'll take it to the bag himself as finally the 57s get out of this one. The Red Sox put up another 6 on the board. It's now 15-1. And up come the 57s for their last plate appearance of the evening. We'll be right back on Flow Sports.
I wonder if we're going to see a position player go the other way.
Runs on 3 hits. There were 3
Are
left
they going
on.
to stay with Shepard?
2
They
for
are.
third error.
Yeah.
We go to the top of the 9th. The Red Sox have a 15-1 lead. Fans, just a reminder, next home game for Regina Wednesday night against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. First pitch at Curry Field just after 7 o'clock. That bottom of the 8th inning was brought to you by Western Litho. Give them a call at 306-525-8796 for all your cooking needs.
All right, who's due up here? Vale, Hilton, and Adair.
Finally, in the last inning of this ball game, this 57s ball club will bring Braxton Vale, Silas Hilton, and Rydell Adair to the plate. And if there's any solace for Juan Almonte on the plate coming in to pitch, gave up 2 runs, none of them earned. So the ERA at 0 for the catcher who had to pitch this afternoon and into the evening. Vale with a first pitch swing and strike.
I'd imagine for these 57s batters, it's going to be batting practice kind of the other way as well, just swinging at a lot of these.
Vale down quickly 0-2. Shepard has needed just 7 strikes so far. Make that 8 as down goes Braxton Vale. First strikeout of the evening for Calvin Shepard.
And the second time Vale has gone down on strikes as well as we turn the lineup order.
Leadoff hitter Silas Hilton up. Hilton 1 for 3 in the ball game with a leadoff single 17 days ago.
And it looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here.
Oh, apologies. This one chopped foul.
So his number's 26. And it looks like that's Adam Corte, listed as a pitcher.
Give him a shot. We got position players pitching. We got pitchers batting. It's a 15-1 ball game.
He does have a few at-bats under his belt. In 2 games, he has 2 at-bats, no base hits, and struck out 1 time. Those were on the 15th of June and 26th of July.
This one fair and grounded over to James Wright, who made the play over there. Good thing I caught that before I gave the infield assist to Brady Bye.
Pinch hitting for the 57s, number 31, Ethan Bailey.
And Ethan Bailey into the ball game, pinch hitting for Rydell Adair. First pitch swinging, it's into right field. Under it is Brannigan. He makes the grab, and this ball game is over. It took nearly 3 weeks to complete, but in the end, the Regina Red Sox explode for 15 runs and absolutely crush the 57s on a night where just the Swift Current just didn't have it.
Now, I felt like they were still lost in 3 weeks ago or whatever it was. I really just did not show up today that much. Felt like it was going to stay as a 4-1 ball game for most of this one, and then Regina awoke. Swift Current had no answer, and unfortunately a common story for the 57s this late in the season.
Chris Spry will be credited with the win in relief. He threw 80 pitches in 5 innings, gave up 1 hit, walked 5, struck out 4, did not give up a run. Jalen Gutierrez in 5+ innings of work, gave up 6 hits, 7 walks, 2 strikeouts, 8 runs all earned, hit 3 batters, and in the end, a big Regina victory. So we have just a little bit more than a week remaining in the WCBL regular season, and you can catch all of those games down the stretch as we prepare you and preview the 2025 playoffs over the next few games. Regina next in action on Tuesday night in Moose Jaw. And you can catch it here, right here on Flow Sports. For Elliot Wagner, I'm Donovan Mace. The Red Sox with another victory, 1 game above 500. Have a great night, everyone. We thank you so much for joining us.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. ICAST Live continues to bring